Alright, welcome back to Sadly Put. We're discussing the final episode of Season 1 of Yandere, Dark Elf. She chased me all the way from another world, where it's called I'm Glad to Meet You. Yep, sadly put, this is the last one. I will get my final thoughts later after talking about this episode, so here's how the episode starts off. We have a close-up of Cecile's very big thighs. Yep, and then we see Sakura and Hinata teaching Belle how to swim. This lasts for a little while. Of course, May, is recording everything. And then they relax for a bit, and then they decide to have a race, of course. And, of course, we have Sakura and Belle winning. Belle, they give her a floaty, because she tried to use magic, but no, we can't use magic. Then, of course, they use the dolphin to help win, and then the dolphin proceeds to remove Sakura's top. Her swimsuit top. So, basically, the four hero party reunite to steal back a swimsuit top. By the way, also, this is only the second episode of the whole series that Sakura is ever depicted to be topless. The entire series. The last time was in episode 4. Yes, where they showed her completely naked for one episode. This actually is only the second time they've ever done this. I'll discuss that later on. So, then, of course, basically they get the top back, and they get back to shore, and it gets late, and, of course, they have some popsicles, too. And, of course, Cecile and May go home, because May can't wait to edit. And, of course, Sakura tells, of course, Hinata, because Belle wants to stay for a little bit longer. And, of course, it is so obvious that Sakura is also in love with Hinata, but she is declining to tell him because, of course, basically he might have feelings for Belle. And then he talks to Belle. By the way, also when they're swimming, we do see her top open up, basically, while she shows off her breast. Here it's like, we actually have where we have Hinata basically hesitating, and then eventually telling her that he does love her. And then they kiss. Yep. Wait 12 episodes of the kiss. They do. And then they all go home. May finished editing her video. Informs Cecile about it. Sakura goes drawing more of her Dajin manga. In the case of Belle and Hinata, where they have dinner. And then let's have dessert. So, basically, Belle really wants to have sex with Hinata so badly, and it's implied they may go start doing it by the end of the episode. Yep. And that's pretty much the whole episode. Yes, of course, also we do see Belle butt naked again. Yes. So, final thoughts on season 1 of the show. I would not be surprised if there's season 2, because this series has been a lot of fun. It has. It's surprisingly really short. It's only like the second series I come across I reviewed where it's only 12 minutes. The other being, I need to get back to the show, Peter Grell and the Philosopher's Time. I need to get back to the show because there is season 2 of that one. I just need to review it. But was I surprised that there was censoring the show? Not really. It's a very mature manga that is adapted. And I would definitely not recommend this to kids. For adults only. Yeah. Of course, I've had a look at the uncensored version, which is mostly basically a lot of beautiful women butt naked. Well, 4 of them anyways. There's actually one episode 4 where we do see all 4 girls completely naked. Well, they're just bathing, so it's not really an issue. But, in the entire show, Cecile and May, these two only depict this naked. We don't see any clothes on these two only in one episode. Sakura has been depicted seen topless twice. First time was actually completely naked. This time just topless. Excuse me. In the case of Belle, she practically goes topless every episode, or goes, well, in the case of the last episode, similar how basically how this series started. When she first arrived, she was butt naked. Why she had to arrive butt naked is never really explained at all. And if you're curious, how much the manga have I read? I've read the first 20-ish chapters, 20, 25 chapters. And there's a point in the manga of the series where Belle's mom shows up. Yes, the anime, of course, probably taking a chance to get to it because there's only 12 episodes. How much the manga, I think, adapted in 12 episodes? I'd say, given the fact it covers one chapter piece, I think it may have covered 12 chapters per se. Or could be 6, who knows. But it was a show that only premiered just 2 months ago, back in April. I was definitely looking forward to this series when the series was first announced. Well, when I first heard about it anyways. And ooh, the series coming out in April. Awesome. I read the manga. I enjoyed it. So, do I have a problem with the nudity of this series? Not really. Not the first series I've seen nudity in. As an adult, I have no issue with it at all. Some people might have a problem with it. Women may or may not have a problem with it. It's up to them per se. But for me personally, when it comes to this series, the one thing this particular view series has given me is lots of views. Pretty much every episode of 2 has been over 100 plus views on it. There have been a couple that have been over 200, which thank you for that. I appreciate that. Please continue watching the series. This is the last one, sadly. So, who knows? I may get another one, basically, reaching 100. Who knows? It depends on what series, basically, I might start. This actually is this is one of those ones I did start from when it first aired. Unlike the other ones I started this year, where I just start watching it not long after the series. This one actually waited until the series started before I started watching it. Yep. Also, with this one wrapped up now, I'm currently reviewing, as of right now, 9 shows. Yes, there are 4 being added next month, but shows I'm looking forward to. There might be 1 or 2 added in reschedule because some of them waiting for dubs. The other one's added right away because I'm sure. Well, in the case of, I'll talk more of that tomorrow, basically, because it's getting kind of late right now. So, by the way, this is also my longest video I've done for this particular one. Yes. Now, before I close this video out, would I recommend this to people to watch? Yes, definitely. For one thing, they can get through this show in just. It'd be really quick, given the fact each episode it is roughly 12 minutes. Now, it's up to the people who watch the show. If they want to watch the censored version, which is on High Dive, the uncensored one is not High Dive. And believe it or not, speaking of High Dive, this has been the 4th series, basically, I reviewed from High Dive. Because I reviewed... Now this one, Izuran Trigo's Dungeon, Chain Soldier, and The Vaccinations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess. As of currently, those are only 4, because most everything else I reviewed from Crunchyroll or previously Funimation. Excuse me. As for Netflix, I reviewed 1. Actually, 2. Just 2 so far. That'd be 7 Deadly Sins. Sequel show 7 Deadly Sins for Night Apocalypse. And also, there's also actually a few of them. Those are Roma Half, and on and on. Amazon Prime surprisingly reviewed 1. There's one I recommended. I may watch it. Depends. Yep. So yes, that is pretty much it particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. I will see you all tomorrow for basically sort of a new interview series, a comic horror 2, and view of the penultimate episode of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Okay? See you tomorrow. Bye.